Hey everybody, one more video blog before I hit the hay. Yes, I'm known to be pretty academic when I speak and then go right into just common slang sort of stuff. It's pretty random, but that's me. Basically, I wanted to answer one more thing, and that was the question of why I wanted to go into addiction counseling. And basically that involves talking a little bit about me as just a person, but I'm okay with that. I well, I'm in recovery, and I've struggled with substance abuse, mainly alcohol. And it basically happened when my mom died. That was when I was 19, and by the time I was 25, it caught up with me, and I decided that I needed to get help. I got sober with the help of an addictions counselor, and he was probably one of the few people who could really get me to open up. I'm not comfortable talking to most sighted people about my disability unless I really know and trust the person. And this guy got me to open up and really trust him. So I thought that was pretty impressive. And then I took a couple years off of school. I was originally in a master's program in theology, the study of religion, but I had found that that wasn't really a good fit for me. That's why there's the gap from 2005 to 2007. And in those 2 years, I was focusing on my recovery, going to 12-step meetings, getting a sponsor, working the 12 steps, and I still do that. I basically then in 2007 decided to go for my master's. I was originally doing the licensure track, which meant that I was going to become a licensed counselor, but it was an online school. And at the time, they didn't really have support for people finding internship placements, and the licensing regulations were just different from state to state. And so I decided that I would pursue addiction counselor certification in the state of Illinois and do those courses at a community college and still have my master's, and then have the option to take the licensing exam later in my career. Hopefully, when I'd be working somewhere where I could get the supervised hours for licensure, and where maybe even where I'd be working, they would pay for the licensing exam, because those exam fees can be pretty expensive, especially for somebody who's not working. Example here would be for the addiction counselor certification exam in Illinois. There's a $75 application fee, and then in order to go and actually take the test, it's an additional $125. So that's a total of $200 just to take a test. I don't quite understand why they charge all that money, but they do. Well, anyway, that was also a reason why I wanted to get hired at my internship, because that was one of the benefits that they offered, that they would hire people under the condition that the person would be certified within 2 years of being hired at that agency, and they would pay for the certification test, the application fee, the exam, and I think they might even reimburse people for getting what they call CEUs, which are continuing education units. Once a person gets certified, one has 2 years in order to attain some continuing education units. And I think the current number is 45. Basically, if you take a college class that relates to the field of addiction, you can get all your CEUs in one 3 credit class at a college that's accredited with addiction studies courses. And that's a simplification of the process. I got a little bit off track here, but yeah, that's what I plan to do. I love working with people. I definitely have the gift of gab, but I also have the ability to listen. The clients really liked me at internship. They found that they could relate to me in some ways as a person in recovery, in other ways just as a woman, because I worked in a women's unit at the treatment center that I was at. And it was a very rewarding experience. It definitely confirmed that that's the type of work I want to do. So that's my explanation, just in case anybody out there was watching this and didn't know me and was wondering, why does she want to go into addiction counseling? Alrighty, that's my final blog of the night, I promise. Okay, bye everybody.
Stop recording.